What's up? I'm Matt Cuff from thehouse.com, and this is a 2019 LibTech Attack Banana Wide Snowboard. A great all-mountain freestyle deck for beginner to advanced level riders that have size 11 feet and larger. This is basically a true twin style board. In between the contact points, the board is twin. It has a centered style stance. It's going to ride the same way this direction as it does this way. The only major difference is on the nose, outside the contact point, it has a little bit more of a pointy style tip than the rounded off tail. And other than that, that's basically it. LibTech boards are made in the US and they feature zero hazardous waste in the manufacturing process, which is pretty remarkable. This is a very eco-friendly company that has been doing that before the eco stories really started to pop up and became a marketing kind of tool. Now, the Attack Banana Wide, again, is great for a wide or like a larger foot style rider, size 11 and up, of course, but you can be on like a 13, 14 boot and have an Attack Banana that can accommodate your boot size. The board features an EC2 profile shape. As you see, gradually rockers, but not as much as the BTX or the original banana style profile. There's still rocker between the feet, and there's an elliptical style camber underneath each foot to the contact points. And as you see that the board is balanced here, the contact points are raised up just slightly, not as much as the BTX. So it's gonna be a little bit more aggressive than the BTX, but not as aggressive as the C3 camber dominant profile shape you'll see in some of the other high-end decks. The combination of both rocker and the camber style shape gives the board precise and effortless style control. It's an easy board to ride, but still is a little bit more aggressive than your average board, but still floats well in deep snow. But because of this true twinish style profile shape, if you're going to ride deep snow, just set the stance back so you have a longer nose so it floats even better. Now on the feel and flex rating, I'd give this thing about a 5. Not too aggressive, not too stiff. But when I say it's more aggressive than your average board, it's because of how torsionally kind of like rigid it is. Longitudinally, you know, you can still flex this thing out. It's easy to ride. With that EC2 profile shape, it's not going to hang up on an edge as much as you might think. And then there's also that HP construction, the horsepower construction. It's a combination of basically 3 woods. 2 are a majority of the board. It's actually aspen and paulownia. Most of the deck is actually aspen, but then there's paulownia strips that run from the contact point to contact point parallel to the edge and in between the insert packs. And then there's that birch side internal style sidewall. It's a combination of both lightweight and strong woods. The horsepower construction is a little bit lighter and a little bit more smooth than what you'll find in the original power style construction from LibTech in Mervyn Manufacturing. On top is a triax style glass that gives the board a little bit more of a lively feel. Then there's actually basalt fibers at 45 and negative 45 degrees on the deck that kind of just make it a little bit more torsionally rigid. On the bottom of the deck, or the bottom of the core, the board will have a biax style glass, which makes it just a little bit more smooth and consistent. Now, one thing that really stands out about the deck is that the Attack Banana Wide features a TNT style base. A lot of people out there who love LibTech say that TNT is extruded, and a lot of others will say that's sintered, but LibTech actually says it's a little bit of both. And from my experiences, it kind of is a little bit of both. It still absorbs wax like a sintered base. It's easy to maintain like an extruded base. It's going to be faster than an extruded base, but not as fast as a true sintered base. It's kind of in the middle, which makes it great to put on a board like the Attack Banana, because you still get a pretty aggressive, fun all-mountain board that you can take basically anywhere, but on a little bit lower of a price point because of that TNT style base. The deck will grip on firm snow. It has a single radius style side cut with magnet traction edges. There are serrations down the board. There's actually 7 serrations. They start more mellow or smaller on the nose and the tail and gradually get larger as you go to the center of the board. And what makes that great is that it's easy to ride. It doesn't force you into a turn or a carve. It gradually kind of lets you roll into it. But once you're in the carve and once you're trying to exit out, it's going to be a little bit more aggressive and kind of keep your edge there. So for anyone who rides on the East Coast or West Coast where there's a lot more hard pack, or East Coast and Midwest, the magnet traction edges are great. Anyone who rides like deep, wet snow, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you're just floating in pile the whole time. But this is a red deck. This is the Attack Banana. a fun board that you can check out at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let me know what you think of this thing. If you have a size 11 boot or larger, the wide version, this one is awesome. Hopefully you'll see you guys on snow, and hopefully I'll see you riding this thing. Peace.